I've been involved with pro-life work for a long time, and Open Arms, which is now called Life Network, My Life Clinic. I used to volunteer there and counsel girls that would come in there, and so I've just been very interested. I walked in their walkathons and just very involved in pro-life ministry. And I don't know how I got involved on the sidewalk, but I just did. I guess I think I saw them out there, and so I just wanted to join a little bit. And bit by bit, I started coming more and more and more. So now I'm called a core person. So we don't get to engage very much with the girls going in for the abortions. They tell them in Planned Parenthood that our information's not correct, and don't talk with them, and of course they paint us as very these wild-eyed radicals and dangerous. And before we stand on the sidewalk, we sign a statement of peace, that we're not going to do anything violent or say any bad things. So they tell the girls not to trust us, and so when they leave, they just totally ignore us. But we're there just to give them information, and they say they're pro-choice, but they never tell them about other choices they have. So anyway, we just want to let them know that we're there to help them, and that like one of my signs says, abortion stops a beating heart. I think this heart starts beating at 6 weeks, and I think most of that's about as early as you could have an abortion. So anyway, they just don't know the facts of what's going on. Adoption is a wonderful option. If the girl, for whatever reason, is not able to care for the child, adoption is a wonderful option, because there are, like my sister, for example, was not able to conceive, and there were no babies out there for her to adopt, so she never had children. And there's so many women longing for a child, and there's not out there to adopt. So there are more people wanting to adopt than there are even babies that are aborted. Planned Parenthood says they have lots of other services. Abortion is just a part of it, but really abortion's their money maker. And so we let them know that anything they're doing at Planned Parenthood is supporting the abortion industry. And also, and I wish I had this documented to proclaim it, but my understanding is that the birth control pills that they sell you at Planned Parenthood are the lowest dose pills. They're the cheapest they can get and the easiest to get pregnant on. So that, by selling bad pills, then the girls will get pregnant, so then they'll get more business. So I just don't have that documented to broadcast to the world, but that's my understanding, that it's a pill that has to be taken at a precise hour every day, or it's not effective. There's public health. They can go to public health. The My Life Clinic is just across the street, basically, and they can get free ultrasounds there, and all sorts of. They don't get birth control there, but they have lots of resources that they can get there for free. But the abortionist comes with a hood on, and even with a cloth over her face, so that we can't see her, so can't find out who she is. So it's just, and the policemen drive her here, and they take her when she leaves. So it's just, I'm sure they would say she's doing this for protection because we are so wildly fanatical. But we think probably there's got to be some guilt there of what she's doing. Because, the Hippocratic Oath is to preserve life, and doctors, at least they used to take the Hippocratic Oath, and so now instead of preserving life, they're taking life. So. Well, there are different abstinence programs that are taught in the schools, but they have a hard time getting into the schools. And Planned Parenthood usually doesn't have a hard time getting into the schools. And of course, it's to their advantage to encourage girls to be sexually active, because then they will likely many of them end up pregnant and come for abortions. So, but abortion, the other A word, abstinence, is really the best. God made the gift of sex, and He did a good job when He made it, but He wants it special and reserved within marriage. So, and that's one of the things that I pray on the sidewalk is that true abstinence education will get out there, that there'll be a revival in America, that the media will start accurately presenting information, not, they just tell it. Like, we are not the pro-life people, we're the anti-abortion people. So that's what the media calls us, because that puts a little different slant on it. And so they're not the pro-death people, or they're not even the pro-abortion people, they're the pro-choice people. So, so the media is just, instead of just being unbiased and just presenting the information, there's a definite bias. So maybe the person that could have found cures for abortion or this and that, ills, maybe they're the ones who report it.